Wipe off the camera. Yo, what's going on, y'all? Early morning. Good morning. Good morning. Guess I'll start early. I don't know how this connection gonna get when I get on this bridge going to St. Petersburg, Florida. But yeah, morning. You know, been on here. What was I thinking about this morning? Oh, Shador Sanders in Colorado, all that type of stuff. Well, not Colorado in this case. But you know, there's the NFL. See, I'm the type of person, I study things. I study people. I study just the norm of things. That's just what I do. Don't matter if it's a girl I'm talking to, my homeboys, my job. I study the ins and outs of things. That's just the way my brain is wired. I've been watching the NFL a long time. For my age. Since I was a little kid watching Monday Night Football when I should be in bed, and Pops done fell asleep. And I'm up watching the game till about 12 o'clock when I should be getting ready for bed for school in the morning. And I try to tell people this. They don't listen. NFL doesn't change. And something that bothers me, like this whole Colorado with Deion at Colorado, it bothers me because it brings so many casuals that don't know football. They don't know about college. They didn't know Colorado even had a team. You know what I'm saying? But now all of a sudden they football aficionados. And so when Shador and Travis Hunter were there, and now they're in the NFL, so now you have to hear their casual takes on the NFL. They ain't never even watched the NFL. They were never a fan of the NFL. Now they an aficionado about the NFL. The NFL doesn't change. And I say all this to say this. It doesn't change. If you're a headache, they don't want you on the field. If you're a headache off the field, if you bring in unwanted questions, they don't want you to play because you're going to have even more questions. There's going to be even more questions about you, about something you got going on. Whether it's your fault, and this is the thing, whether it's your fault or it's not your fault. For whatever reason, you're a lightning rod. Shador Sanders came from Colorado, Deion Sanders' son. He's a lightning rod. I see people, why are they asking a third string quarterback questions? It's Deion Sanders' son. I mean, the same reason that that you've never cared about football at all until Shador Sanders and Deion went to Colorado. The same reason. So you're the exact reason why they're asking him questions. Because you never gave a dang about football at all until Deion Sanders in prime and Shador. You didn't care about football at all. But now you pay attention to it because of Shador. So they ask him questions. And you know, this is going off of him doing the little mime technique. He's not saying nothing. That's headache stuff. NFL don't want any extra nonsense. It's been like that. The only way you can get away with unwanted nonsense in the NFL, you better be a baller. You better be a baller. But as soon as you aren't a baller, they gonna get you up out of there. I promise you. It don't matter who you is. I don't care if you T.O., I don't care if you Chad Ochocinco, Odell Beckham. When you a headache doing nonsense that's not football related, them dudes work all day, every day. They ain't got time to deal with no nonsense about you off the field or you creating a spectacle. They don't got time for it. They don't got time for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing that's going on with this Shador stuff, which I try not to get into it, but for whatever reason, it's a lightning rod for everybody. You know, Shador Sanders, you know, but the NFL don't change. It don't change for the most part. If you're a headache, if you bring unwanted attention to the team, if we're gonna have to answer stupid questions about why you're not playing, about what you and your crew had on, or what you did when you went here in the off season, you're gonna sit that bench. You better be a baller. That's the only way you're gonna get away with it in the NFL. You better be a baller. You know, even Tebow mania. Remember Tim Tebow? Denver couldn't wait to sit Tebow down and get rid of that spectacle. They couldn't wait. And you can say, well, he wasn't that good. That's even more to my point. If you're going to bring a spectacle, you better be Cam Newton in his prime. You better be T.O. in his prime. You better be somebody that's a dog. Then it don't matter. But until you bringing problems, you either going to be on that bench and learn to shut up, and learn to get your life in order off the field and not create such a spectacle, or you're going to slowly get out the league because nobody going to give you a chance. I don't even want you on my bench because you bring too many unwanted questions, non-football related. People worried about you. It don't even have to be your fault, though. Cam Newton could be in the league, but if somebody puts him on the bench, now your team, what is your team going to be answering? Questions about Cam Newton. I do this. So that's what's going on with that. You know, who else? I'm interested. Travis Hunter. Let me touch on him since we on Colorado / baby prime. Travis Hunter, he needs to pick a position. Pick a position, brother. I'm this and I'm that. Yeah. Shut up, boy. You played in the Big 12. Pick a position. Pick a position and perfect it first before you try to play two. You're trying to play two positions and you're okay, slightly above average, I guess you would say, at both, maybe. Pick a position, perfect that position, then go to the other side of the field. Pick a position. Yeah, you're talented. You think you're the only talented player that possibly could have played both ways? You're not. Pick a position, though. Pick a position. If I'm you, this is what I'm thinking. I want to perfect a position and become a Pro Bowler as a corner, or become a Pro Bowler as a receiver, and then I start playing on the other side of the ball. Not before. See, right now, Travis Hunter is trying to pick up being an NFL corner. and being an NFL wide receiver. So you know how hard it is to perfect and to become a great player at one position in the NFL. We ain't talking college no more. This is the big leagues. So just imagine how hard it is to perfect two positions in the NFL. One of them being corner, which might be the hardest position to play in the NFL. It's just not smart. He kind of his own worst enemy, and they bought into it like he was gonna okay. I gotta play both ways, boy. I want to hear that stuff. I pay you. You don't pay me. You do it. If I say you're gonna play one side of the ball, that's what you're gonna do. And when we see you're ready to play play offense and defense, that's when you'll do it. Like, what are we talking about? I don't listen to you, boy. You ain't did nothing in the NFL. These folks got around prime time and thought they was something they ain't yet. Well, you got around prime and y'all think y'all prime. Y'all ain't that. Travis Hunter is nice. He's a very athletic, very talented, but prime, he is not. He ain't that. Deion Sanders didn't even play both ways, and when he did, it was a small sample size. He didn't even do that until he got to Dallas. He had been to about 4-5 Pro Bowls by then. You know what I'm saying? So I think Jacksonville and Travis Hunter, he doing himself a disservice trying to perfect two positions at the same time. It's gonna be hard for you, brother. It's gonna be hard for him trying to do that. They should have made him focus on one position, and then when you saw he got that down, you're one of the best corners, you're one of the best receivers. Okay, now we'll sprinkle you in on the other side. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. What else is going on? Michigan, Wisconsin. Oh, before I even get to Michigan, let me talk about Ohio State a little bit. Can I talk about them Buckeyes a little bit? You mind if I talk about them Buckeyes? Ohio State looks good. They do. For the most part. Can I pick them apart? They pick us apart. They call us mid and stuff. So can I pick them apart? What have they really done? They beat Texas. That Texas win, it ain't that good of a win. I hate to break it to people. That Texas win ain't that good of a win no more. They can hold on to it as much as they want. It's not that good of a win. You know? Washington, to me, that Washington win, it's the same as us beating Nebraska. I said it. You see, neither of those teams are ranked. Neither one of them are ranked. So why I'm finna get you some cool points off of it? Why do you get cool points off of beating an unranked team? We ain't getting no cool points for Nebraska. Why should I give you cool points for Washington? Texas, some of them are still holding on to Texas. The smart ones have let it go, like, they wasn't as good. But some of them, they still trying to hold on to Texas. Now, Texas is a good win, slightly. They have a good defense. But if the quarterback is a head case, the win is just not as good as you want it to be. Arch is a head case. His mechanics. He's all flustered. He doesn't know what he's doing out there. It's not that good of a win anymore. Especially since he was a head case all game, and they still almost won. They still almost tied it up to go to OT, which is pretty wild. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they were holding on to that. They were holding on to that until UTEP, until he struggled against UTEP. Then it was like, uh-oh. Oh. Johnny and all those other fans that were saying Arch is just garbage. Yeah, they were right. He's not very good. He's not very good. Yeah, no kidding. If you took off your Buckeye glasses, you would have seen it. If you took off your Buckeye glasses, you would have noticed he ain't that good. Trying to tell you, you know. So I'm not sure we'll exactly know how good this Ohio State team is until I'm not even sure Penn State is going to give you a real litmus test for Ohio State. They play each other every year. And Ohio State usually finds a way to beat them, no matter how close the game is. So I don't think that Penn State game isn't going to be that good of a litmus test for me, especially when Alar is still playing the same way. They'll probably beat them the same way they beat Washington or something, a similar game style, you know. So I don't think that they'll really have a test. Even the game is so different. I'm not sure that they'll have a real test for what their real team is until the playoff. Honestly, I don't see anybody on their schedule to really test them. The game is different. That's a whole different game. You know what I'm saying? That's not a regular game. Penn State, Ohio State. Who believes in Penn State? Like, who believes in that? You know what I'm saying? That's not going to be a real test. I'm sorry. Maybe. I just can't take it as one. You know? So I don't think we'll really know what this team is until the playoffs. Now you can take things away from what we're seeing, like the defense. They've got a good defense. They do. It might be really good. It might be. You know, I wait until the season is almost over to say a defense is great. I don't hand out greatness awards mid-season or a quarter through the season. I don't do that. You know, I had somebody get mad at me. I wouldn't say a defense was great or something. It was like mid-year. Boy, you got too many more games to prove if you great. Now, at the end of the season, the stats and your record lines up with it. Hey, that was a great defense. But it's too early to call people great when they really ain't played nobody. You know? Washington is a good team, but I'm not finna act like they're a juggernaut. I'm just not. I'm not finna act like they had Michael Penix in a doomsday. I'm not. I'm not gonna act like Williams has been starting for multiple years and he's a veteran. I'm not. You know, so all those things matter. Now, to say that, hey, Michigan has to play Washington, and I'm not sure if we'll lock them down like they did. Their defense they got a good defense. I can't front. Them boys is fast and physical. That they are. Especially those linebackers. Caden Curry, Kenyatta Jackson is what I thought he was. He's an okay player. He's not that. He's not. Caden Curry, he made some plays. He's a hustle. He's a hustle guy. He's a hustle guy. You need those dudes though. I think what did he have? 3 sacks. He had a bunch of tackles. He's a hustle guy. And hey, if you play in a team that you're more athletic than that left tackle or those tackles or those guards, a hustle guy can eat, because you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna hustle to the plays. He's gonna give you everything he's got on every play. So I do like a hustle guy. Effort. Hey, that's the one thing you can control is effort. Give me 110%. That's what Caden Curry is. He's a hustle guy. He gonna hustle, give you his heart. What else? What else? Now Michigan. Wisconsin. Michigan should destroy their offensive line. I'm expecting 7-8 sacks again. We need to get 7-8 sacks. Why not? Let's keep this going. You know? I need TJ Goddard to get a sack. I need TJ Goddard to get a sack. He was close last game. Against Nebraska, he was very close. You know, he was very, very close. But he needs to get that first sack to get his to get that confidence, you know. Just getting close, it just hurts your it's like a monkey on your back. You know what I'm saying? So you want to get that first one. It's like a breath of fresh air, like, whew, okay, finally. All my work in the off season is paying off. Like, I finally got a sack. What up? I finally got a sack. The Michigan pass game, I wouldn't say it has to show up. I'd say that we need it to show up. I wouldn't be surprised if we won this game with Bryce throwing for 150 yards, honestly. But we needed to start showing up because we got USC. We got USC in, what, 2 weeks? Not even 2 weeks. That's about a week and a half right now. So we need the receivers. We need the receivers to come along. It's time. You know? Like, having this much time, having 2 weeks off, basically, to figure out who can catch the ball. Like, I'm tired of talking about it. Now, it's time to see it. Catch the ball. Shannon Goodwin, catch the ball. Samaj, catch the ball. Y'all leaving too many yards on the field. It's disgusting, honestly. It's disgusting. I'm disgusted and ashamed by y'all. Catch the ball. You know, it ain't that. It's the simplest thing. You're a receiver, catch the ball. Oh, yeah, it has to be better. But my point, what I'm saying is, we might throw for 125 yards and still beat Wisconsin. That's my point. Like, it has to be better. You know, but these dudes, they got to make the plays. The coaching staff, all right, let's get to it. It's time for Ron Bellamy to get out of here. I'm sorry. It's time for Ron Bellamy to go. I'm with John now. Shout out to John D'Adamo. It's time for him to go. I've been ready for him to go 4-5 years ago, honestly. It's time for him to get up out of here. I ain't seeing the dividends. I ain't seeing the dividends of you. Who cares? Does it matter if you can get a big-time receiver if he doesn't progress? if I'm not seeing progression? Does it matter if you get big time receivers? Does it matter? Does it matter if you get Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate and all them dudes if you don't get them better? Like, it's time for Ron Bellamy to go. It's for real. You can get all the receivers you want, but who cares if they're not getting better? I'm not talking about better in the weight room. That's the strength and conditioning. So if they get bigger, stronger, faster, that's the strength and conditioning. I'm talking about catching the ball. I'm talking about running routes. I'm talking about the route tree. If you're not getting those dividends from your receiver position coach, what's the point of having him? He gets some top guys. That's great. Just put him on the recruiting staff. Just make him a recruiter. He don't need to coach. Obviously, the coaching that he's doing isn't very good. I'll give him this. This is the one thing I'll give Ron Bellamy that I see that's pretty good. Our receivers can block. Our receivers can block. I'll give him that. Them boys can block. If the best thing I can say about a receiver is them blocking, we got problems. We got problems. Them boys, man, they got some blocking receivers. Woo, you see them boys blocking. Now, of course, you need your receivers to block, but that's all we can be happy about our receivers right now is the blocking. Woo, Shannon Goodwin out there blocking, boy. Wait, now that's some blocking. Yes, sir. Did you see Donovan McCulley on that one-on-one block? Ooh wee! That's a blocking motherfucker right there. That's about the most we get from our receivers. Great block, boy. Boy, you blocking. You know you blocking, boy. If they don't do nothing, and they probably won't do nothing, they gonna block. You can bet that. But yeah, so what's his name? Ron Bellamy. I think that's another thing with Sharon. Let's get to it. We ain't done. You see under Harbaugh, one of the most important things was the receivers blocking. So he was like, Harbaugh probably sitting back like, okay, Ron Bellamy gets helps us get some decent or good recruits. And the receivers block very well. You're good with me. You're helping us get some recruits, and you block and the receivers are blocking very well. You're good with me. But you see, this is the difference. Sharon is trying to bring the passing game along. He's trying to bring the passing game along. So the receivers just being good and great blockers, and that's basically it. That ain't gonna cut it. That ain't gonna cut it for what you're trying to do. You're trying to consistently have a big-time quarterback. To do that, you need to throw the ball more. To throw the ball more, you need receivers that can run great routes. Receivers with a great amount of agility so they can make guys miss after the catch. And receivers that can catch. So to get big-time receivers, you have to be able to throw the ball. You have to be able to develop them. So I think that's I'm gonna be real. I think Ron Bellamy is one of the last coaches. It's about time for him to go. You know, you got the old style and you got the new style. Sharon's trying to bring this offense and this passing game into the 21st century. I think Ron Bellamy is it's about time for him to get up out of here. I'm gonna keep it real. You know? Because all we getting out of him is blocking. All you really getting out of from Ron Bellamy is run blocking. Our receivers can block. They block well on runs. The screens, they're not blocking that well on the wide receiver screens. So it's about time for him to get up out of here. I'm gonna keep it real. This ain't poo-poo ball. This ain't poo-poo ball. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100. If good and great coaches make adjustments fast, when I see you're not doing your job, or I think somebody else can do it better, you up out of here. This ain't about being best friends. See, and this is my problem with some fans. They think that this is a kumbaya circle. Okay, you're on the staff. Kumbaya, we're all best friends. You know, this ain't no Barney. This ain't no the Barney song. I love you, you love me. This ain't that. This big time college football. If you're not giving me production, if you're not coaching and showing us the dividends, it's time for you to get up out of here. Nobody got time for that loser, we best friends stuff. It's about winning. It's about helping these young men become millionaires and go to the NFL. That's what it's about. This ain't about, oh, well, he's a good guy. Yeah, he can be a good guy not coaching this team. He's still a good guy. He just ain't that good of a coach, so he got to go. We're trying to win championships. We need guys, every coach needs to build these players up. If somebody's not building these players up, he got to go. Ain't no, let's give him 3 years. Oh, no. Ron Bellamy been around way too long. You get 1 year, maybe 2, and you got to go. If these players aren't developing and you're not getting the most out of them, bye-bye. He's still a good guy. He just can't coach here. See ya. See, dudes, coaches that hold on to their best friends, they hold their team back. When a coach holds on to assistant coaches and stuff that he's friends with, oh, he's a good guy. That's my friend. We go way back. So he doesn't fire him, he gonna hold the team back. He holds the team back. This ain't that. This ain't that. Don't hold the team back because you're holding these players back. People are trusting you as the assistant coaches, position coaches, to develop these young men into good or great football players. If you're holding them back because you're not that good, and as the head coach you refuse to fire him because he's your friend, that's a problem. Ain't no time for this best friend stuff. Ron Bellamy, guess what? You done been around for a long time. It's time for you to get up out of here. We're going in a different direction. Different direction means we're trying to throw to our receivers. We're trying to scheme them to be open with great route running, with big time catches. You don't seem to get guys that can do that. You don't seem to be able to bring that out of them. So thanks, but we're gonna have to say goodbye. You know, so that's just what it is. Don't hold back players because you think a coach, he's your friend. Oh, this is business. I don't know what people be thinking. This is Michigan. Yeah. No man, no coach, no player comes before the team. People love Michigan and forget the number one Michigan slogan. I mean, the Michigan slogan. No man, no player, no coach comes before the team. So if he's not showing the dividends, he got to go. And I don't care who it is. I don't make the slogans, I just know them. I don't make the slogans, I just know them. So yeah. Besides, that was a long Ron Bellamy rant. That was the team. Nobody comes before it. But besides that, I wouldn't be surprised if Wisconsin is they're supposed to have a good front seven. You know, they give up 50 rushing yards, like I said in my pregame analysis. But they haven't played a good run defense. I mean, a good rushing team. You know, sometimes these stats can fool you. You know what I'm saying? Stats can fool you sometimes. Where, at least me, I have to see it. Now, I have to see you play a team go against your strength. If you're playing teams that don't even run the ball well, how can I say how good your rush defense really is? You know what I'm saying? So I'm interested to see strength against strength this week. We're gonna find out how good they rush defense is, because we're gonna put it to the test. Yeah, put it to the test. And that's the type of team Michigan is. Oh, you got a good run defense? All right, bet. We're going to find out. Don't worry. Oh, it's good? Y'all say it's good? All right, bet. We're going to find out. No, you ain't got to tell us. We're going to find out on Saturday. We're going to find out how good your run defense is. You ain't got to say nothing. We're going to find out. Is that good? All right, bet. We're going to see on Saturday. You know? Hey. 2021 against Georgia, we were like, run the dang ball. Well, y'all run defense like that? All right, we bet. We gonna see. After the game, we was like, yeah, they like that. Yeah. All right. We believe you. We believe you. Yeah, they like that. Yeah, they is like that, y'all. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they like that for real. But we gonna put it to the test on Nebraska. I mean Wisconsin. We gonna put it to the test. You know. One thing about Michigan, we're not just gonna stray away from what our bread and butter is. Our bread and butter is running the ball. So we're gonna do that, whether you think you got a good run defense or not. We're gonna find out. I think my connection went bad. I'm probably gonna have to end this one maybe. But yeah, we're gonna find out. And if we see cracks in that rush defense, guess what? It's gonna be a long day for you. Because we ain't finna stop. We finna keep running it down your throat. You know, so that's just what it is. But Ron Bellamy, hey, it's about the dividends, bro. You ain't giving us no dividends on whether you do get a good receiver or not. Who cares if you can get them? Who cares if you can get a good receiver recruit if you can't make him a better player, if he doesn't year by year progress and get better? Who cares that you got him? You ain't doing nothing with him. You ain't doing nothing with him. But yeah, what'd you say, Justice Haynes? Hey, Haynes, keep it up. He gonna be at the Heisman ceremony. Now, I can't say he'll win it, but he'll be invited to the ceremony. You know, he'll be a Heisman finalist. What's his name? And a fun stat for you. A fun stat. Justice Haynes hasn't had 20 carries in any game this year. So he's getting all those yards with limited carries, you know. Like, this dude hasn't even had 20 carries in a game. Impressive. You know. What's even scarier also is Justice Haynes has had a 75, what did he have, a 70-yarder called back? So, like, this dude is really something else, you know. One cut. I call them the one cut guys. The one cut and see ya. One cut, bye-bye. One cut, I'm gone. One cut, and I'm out of here. So, I like, the thing about the offensive line is, you know, more consistency last week against Nebraska. It's one game. Central Michigan also, it got more consistent, you know. But you always want to see the big runs, because when you get a big run, unless it's just like a Kenneth Walker where he's just doing something amazing, you know, when you get a big run, that means everybody probably did their job to perfection. Am I back? I'm on this bridge. They done built a new bridge and it's so high. They done built a new bridge and it's so high up. My connection gets real bad now. But it's about executing. You know, if you can consistently get good big runs, big passing plays, that means you're executing to perfection. That's all football is about. Offensively, defensively, it's all about execution. I can run 2 plays, and if I can execute them perfectly, you probably can't beat me. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. So to see us, because last year, we barely saw any perfectly executed plays. We hardly even saw it. But this year, I'm seeing a lot of perfectly executed plays. I'm seeing a nice amount in the run game. Now we need more in the passing game. I'm not seeing it so much. But the run game, seeing the perfectly executed plays. Yeah, I'm seeing the perfectly executed plays. And that's what it's about. Executing. You know? Executing. But to say all that, I almost forgot what my point was. You know, I just start rambling. I forget what my point was even saying and stuff. But yeah, executing. So the long, big plays. But we weren't getting the consistency. You know what I'm saying? So we'd get a long run, but then it's 2 yards, 3 yards, 2 yards. You know, it wasn't the consistency. Against Nebraska and somewhat Central Michigan, you started to see the consistency down to down. You know what I'm saying? Where it's not 1 yard, 2 yard, 3, where now it's 4 yards, 8 yards, 3 yards, 10 yards, 50, 4 yards, 7 yards, 5 yards, 6 yards. You're seeing the consistency in the run game. You know, 40. I don't know how this is going. I don't know how this is looking on y'all end. The bridge is jammed up, which is taking longer than usual, and the connection just gets so spotty over this bridge with this water. But yeah, it's about the consistency, you know. So week to week, you done had 2 weeks to get better. 2 weeks to get some of these guys back. Finish it out, I guess. Michigan's not gonna get the credit we want this year. Like, all Michigan can do is keep winning, because our schedule, most of these teams get no respect from the AP poll, the coaches poll, whoever. Washington isn't ranked. USC isn't ranked right now, I don't think. You know what I'm saying? Michigan State, if they're ranked low. I don't even think they're ranked. You know what I'm saying? Purdue, Northwestern, Maryland. So we're not going to get the respect that we want from the AP or the coaches poll, because the best team we played, we lost to. And the rest, the national media and the coaches and AP poll, they don't respect them. So all we can do is keep winning, no matter how it is, because those teams don't get the respect. So it's just about winning. Just keep winning. Just keep racking up the wins. And then Ohio State, you know. But Ohio State's about the only team on our schedule left where it's going to, if we beat them, we're going to get some respect for it. Because beating the rest of these teams, they not really respected. Nobody really takes them serious in the first place. So you ain't going to get no cool points from beating them. You know? Like who is that? Ora? I'm not sure. I can't read it. But you saying Maryland. Maryland might be ranked. But if we beat them, they'll drop right out. Let's say if they get ranked by the time we play them. If we beat them, they'll drop right back out of the rankings. So, you know what I'm saying? All these teams are fringe. They're on the fringe. USC, Michigan State, Maryland, Washington. They're on the fringe. You know? They're on the fringe of the 20 to 25. Nobody cares, really. I'm gonna keep it real. Nobody really cares. They don't garner the respect of other teams. You get what I'm saying? So all we can do is keep winning. Just keep winning. It don't matter. And honestly, it doesn't matter how we win these games. Just keep winning. Just keep winning. Just keep winning. You know? Just keep winning. That's all we can do. Because the SEC is going to beat up on each other. The SEC is beating up on each other. All those teams got to play each other. Ole Miss, Texas, Florida, which has a defense, so you never know when they might sneak up on somebody. Oklahoma, Bama, Georgia, Tennessee, they all playing each other. So the SEC is going to beat up on each other. Them boys beating up on each other. So they can have fun with that. They beating up on each other. Meanwhile, the Big Ten, a lot of us aren't playing each other. Michigan doesn't play Oregon. Oregon doesn't play Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? Michigan doesn't play Indiana this year. So a lot of these teams, the Big Ten, we're not going to beat up on each other that much this year. There's only, I think about the top teams, they have like two big in-conference games, if that. You know what I'm saying? So, but the SEC, woo-wee, them boys beating up on each other. You look at some of their schedules and you like, man, sucks to be you. But yeah, so the Big Ten, we not beating up on each other like that too much. You know, we don't play Penn State. We don't play Penn State. And I know somebody gonna say, well, you couldn't beat Penn State. Penn State ain't that impressive. If Michigan had to play Penn State, it wouldn't bother me that much because Penn State's not good in the pass game. Penn State's not good in the pass game. So why would I be so worried about them? They try to play like Michigan. We're going to stop the run and they're going to be on the struggle bus again. So it might be a close struggle bus game. Who can muster up enough pass game to win? And you know Michigan is stubborn with the run game. We're not like James Franklin. So in a struggle bus game, we'll stay consistent with the run until we make you quit. Meanwhile, Penn State will be trying to throw it with a Allard getting 3 and outs and stuff like that. And we slowly grind them out again, and then they lose. You know? But yeah, we don't play them. We don't play them though. But it's the same old Penn State to me. Still can't throw the ball. Now you can say that's because they played Oregon. You could be right, but has anybody been impressed with Drew Allard in Penn State's pass game this year? I'll wait. Anyone? Exactly. Ain't nobody impressed by them. You know, so I think it'd be the same type of game that it has been. And if they can't stop the run, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly. Even without a good passing game, it's gonna get ugly. Because we're gonna run that ball with conviction. Which is part of James. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna get off of here. Which is part of James Franklin's problem. Is he doesn't run the ball with conviction. He's not stubborn with the run game. He wants to, I call him like he wants to be a Harbaugh protege, a baby Harbaugh, which is how he built his team. But he doesn't have the conviction or the heart to continually run the ball stubbornly. Because you don't get the dividends of running the ball like that in the first quarter or the second quarter or the third quarter. You get the dividends in the fourth quarter. Now we making you quit. Now your defense is gassed. And it ain't nobody to save y'all now. Ain't nobody gonna save y'all in that fourth quarter when you gassed. And we running that ball, run left, run right. You gassed and it's done. You done. Your defense is done. You're cooked. We done ran that ball for 4 quarters straight, and now it's time to, when you've been feeding that slot machine, you've been feeding it quarters. You just been feeding it quarters for an hour. You've been feeding it. Fourth quarter come, jackpot. Y'all gassed, and we about to run this ball down your throat. James Franklin don't have that type of conviction though. That's why he doesn't get the dividends having 2 good backs. But that's his problem. We got the dividends. One thing I can say about Harbaugh, you can say what you want, but we got the dividends. When we got Blake and when we got Hassan, when we got Blake and when we got Donovan, we got the dividends of having to watch so many games of him just stubbornly running the ball. Like, bro, run up the middle, run left, run right, run up the middle. Like, bro, come on. Stop running up the middle. Hey, look, Harbaugh, you owed us that championship. All that running up the middle when we down, when we up, run up the middle. So we earned that championship, all that watching you run it up the middle. Like, bro, the play calling is bland. Oh, if I gotta watch another game of us running up the middle, I'm out of here. Oh man, we earned that. So let me. Well, I can't click on this. I know somebody super chatted. Let me see if I can go back up. There it is. Who is that? Goat Sensios, $2 for sharing your 2 cents. Go blue. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. And I appreciate everybody joining. I saw Garrison in here. Tree Dog. New Life. Cheapo. Penn State Bot. Appreciate y'all joining. It's just some of my thoughts on some different stuff. So like, share, subscribe. And it's all. Oh yeah, and I'm on with TJ, Voice of College Football, Michigan channel, 8 o'clock tonight. Show up, show out, show your support. You know, it is the call-in show, so you never know what's gonna happen. But like, share, subscribe, and as always, go blue.